Chapter 1 General Characteristics of Intellectual Property 1. Introduction 1-1 Cambodia and the World Trade Organization, WTO, 1-2 World Trade Organization, WTO, 1-3 TRIPS Trip Agreement. After this presentation, students can demonstrate intellectual property interpretation of the World Trade Organization. Clarify TRIPS 1 Introduction. What is intellectual property? Maybe you can understand some of this question. We know that the people who created the machines, appliances, goods, technology of all kinds, including the author of the songbook, they are the masters. Therefore we cannot copy or take the product of they come to do business without the consent of the owner, such as paintings, furniture, paper, stickers, advertisements. Any masterpiece, recipes, the production of any commodity is always proprietary. Every time we buy a product or service, it means that we have paid the owner. Reproduce at the expense of time, effort and ideas created by the creator. This has been done for many years during the development phase of the industry, such as the growing music industry in our world. Encouraging new talents to produce more in the emergence of innovative ideas of people as well as many other works. Intellectual property issues due to the following reasons. World trade policy has evolved and changed, leading to technological advances, leading to economic globalization, resulting in intellectual property infringement. 1-1 Cambodia and the World Trade Organization, WTO. Cambodia is of the view that its integration into the regional and global economy is a key element in its strategy for economic growth, national development, and poverty reduction by setting goals for economic development by 2030. And Cambodia will become a high-income country by 2050. Cambodia has set an ambitious 2030 vision for its future development in order to transition from a low-middle-income country, and by 2050 the country aspires to be a high-income country. This is an important element in the synthesis of the rectangular strategy for employment growth, equality and efficiency and modernity during the rectangular strategy phase 2. Covering the period 2013 to 2013 and the rectangular strategy phase 3. 2013 to 2018. The rectangular strategy is the basis for planned development Cambodia's national development strategy and also harmonize and modernize in 2013 to 2018 in the rectangular strategy phase 4. Cambodia has the small economy, the majority of its population is poor, and 60% of its population is under the age of 24. The labor force will grow rapidly in the coming years, reducing poverty and requiring greater employment opportunities can be achieved by entering the market outside of Cambodia and by mobilizing resources and financial skills not available in Cambodia today, especially through private direct investment. Cambodia's accession to the WTO has been a key element in Cambodia's trade and investment approach, focusing on development and poverty reduction. Accession to the World Trade Organization, guaranteeing Cambodia's exports to WTO member countries. At the same time, the need to align Cambodia's trade regime with that of the World Trade Organization has accelerated the process of reforming trade-related laws, has created a transparent and predictable environment for businesses and is helping to improve Cambodia's attractiveness as an international investment destination. The WTO is a framework in which Cambodia is seeking to attract international trade and investment to achieve its growth and poverty reduction. Cambodia attaches great importance to maintaining an international system of relations to support development. The early conclusion of the Doha Development Agenda is important for Cambodia to actively participate in the negotiations. Doha. In conclusion, Cambodia attaches great importance to the full implementation of free market access and quotas in the least developed countries, LDCs, and the full implementation of assistance for Cambodia's commitment to full WTO membership. As a member of the World Trade Organization, Cambodia has tried to manage and mediate other issues, with the December 10, 2002 General Assembly resolution on access to the least developed countries. Country trade Cambodia is recognized, so it is not required to fully comply with the WTO legal norms on this application. Follow its protocol period of Cambodia is committed to bringing its economic and political regime into line with international law shortly after its entry, especially through the implementation of an agreed action plan, each in assessing TBT and SPS travel tariffs. The government has set up an interministerial coordination committee on WTO compliance commitments to oversee its performance. The government's efforts to reform the law in response to the commitment were approved and implemented. The action plan from the customs assessment is fully implemented in accordance with the law. Article 7 of the GATT was implemented in January 2011 in 3 other areas, however, it is difficult to guarantee. Providing timely assistance means that not all of this law and the provisions required to fulfill the commitment are enforced. Cambodia is currently developing and reforming its legal system to meet the requirements of WTO membership. 1.2 WTO 1.2.1 What is the WTO? WTO is a World Trade Organization 1.2.2. GATT Agreement. This agreement applies to the following areas of activity. Agriculture commodities enter the market. Hygienic measures, distribution rules, anti-waste goods, customs assessment, origin of goods, import license, investment, cargo safety, state enterprise. Information technology. 1.2.3 WTO function administratively. It is a forum for trade negotiations, trade dispute resolution, monitoring national trade policy, technical assistance and training for the development of countries. Cooperation with various international organizations. 1.2.4 The main WTO agreements are goods, services, intellectual property. 1.3 TRIPS, trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights, agreement, a trade agreement related to aspects of intellectual property. 1.3.1 Process of TRIPS agreement. TRIPS entered into force with the WTO agreement on the 1st of January 1995. 1.3.2 The basic principles of TRIPS are, as a free principle, Article .1. Principles of national treatment, Article .3, Principles of the Most Favored Nation, MFN, Article 4.5, the Principle of Extinction of Rights, Art. .6, and other principles, Article 8. 1.3.3 Transition of TRIPS Agreement, effective January 1, 1995. Developed and developing countries implemented January 1, 2005. Developed countries launched January 1, 2013. LDC countries postponed until January 1, 2016. Least developed countries.